were delighted when he was appointed. Honeyghan, the man with the staring eyes. This is the moment when the talking stops and the fighting begins. Honeyghan in the black trunks, straight in. Starling with a reputation for being a clever, cagey fighter. Not always consistent. Took him a long time in his pro. Oh, he's got Honeyghan. 2 punches and Honeyghan staggered in the opening minute. And that's a very sharp warning to Lloyd indeed. He popped in 2 quick punches to the head and Honeyghan was hurt. So the play has been taken away from the champion in the opening seconds. Honeyghan wearing what I think is a replica of his WBC championship belt, the badge emblazoned on the black trunks. And this is not going to go too far by the look of the way these two are going at each other. Honeyghan has turned southpaw. Starling's made a good, confident start here. He's got his gloves high up to his head, protecting himself against the aggressive Honeyghan and putting in good counter punches. Another right hand. This is not a good start by Honeyghan. Starling rocking him all over the place and Honeyghan is in trouble again. First round. This is a sharp, aggressive, and a very meaningful Starling indeed. He's come to get this title, no messing about. Three good punches this time from Honeyghan, another one, beginning to get the range. Come through a bad patch, but warming up. And the way these two are punching, be surprising if it goes halfway through the 12. Well, I don't know about a fight. This has started more like a war. Honeyghan has made a good recovery from that bad opening minute and a half. And these two are testing each other's courage and resilience to the full here. Both of them now felt hard punches. And Starling comes in with one over the top at the end of the first round. That was some first round. Well, Mike, that was some start there.
Well, that's a hectic first round, and I gave the round to Starling, but Lloyd mustn't let this guy frustrate him, because it's very frustrating when a guy's covered up and he's looking for the knockout. And my best bet is just a punch to the body, because his hand is covered very well. And he's very experienced, so it's very easily to be frustrated. I hope he's experienced enough not to let that frustrate him.
Suddenly, it's a tough fight for Honeyghan.
Exactly, because of the fact that he's not calm enough. He must throw it to the body because the body can't move, and the gloves are there to protect him. Like I said before, he's very experienced. You know what I mean? And that can frustrate a person. It can frustrate a guy that's a puncher, used to hitting guys and seeing things happen. If nothing's happening because he's hitting on the glove, and psychologically he thinks, I'm hitting this guy my best shot. Normally he's not hitting him because only he's hitting the glove.
Thank you, Mike.
Body, Honeyghan.
In the white trunks, the challenger, Marlon Starling, 30 years old, former WBA champion. And Honeyghan now, who's going to be put to the test here, and you've heard what Mike Tyson has said. He must work to the body because the head's protected. Honeyghan still working to the head. Oh, he walks right onto a terrific right counter. He's taking too many chances, Honeyghan. He's still shooting for the head, and he's wide open as he goes in. Honeyghan looks to me like a man who's going for the one-punch win at all costs. Starling has come out here knowing exactly what the tactics are going to be. And so far, they're very successful. Now he's got his elbows down, protecting the body. Honeyghan can't find a place to shoot at him. Starling already beginning to breathe hard. Honeyghan came into this fight so full of confidence. You wonder how much of it has evaporated already. Still slinging these bombs to the head. He can't really find a clean shot. And Starling fighting a very clever fight indeed. Putting in good counter punches, and his punches are having more effect than Honeyghan's. Honeyghan trying to batter the arms aside so that he can get at him. And Starling protecting himself very much in the style of the old Sugar Ray Robinson. He's often been compared with Robinson. Robinson was his hero. And he's showing a few of the old Robinson moves there. He even looks facially a little bit like him. Another right on Honeyghan's head. Still Honeyghan comes forward, shooting all the time. Well, if he goes out, Honeyghan's going out fighting, that's for sure. It's still only the second round. Starling getting behind the guard into the body. Honeyghan's head wide open as he comes in. What a start to a World Championship fight this is. And another tough round for Honeyghan as they break off at the end of the second. He still can't get past those defenses, Mike.
My advice is, if I was fighting, I would keep my hands up, concentrate on using my jab, and concentrate mainly on the body, and trick a punch to the head, sneak a punch right to the head.
He's putting a tremendous amount into these opening rounds. I mean, he's using up a lot of energy.
I've never seen him fight like this before, for some reason. I'm not saying it's anything. I've never seen him fight like this. Hopefully his best bet is to wear Starling down, because if the fight goes like this for a long period, either he's going to get a cut because he's getting hit more than he should be getting hit, else hopefully he can wear the guy down.
He's not going to outbox Starling, that's for sure.
Well, no, but his best bet is to wear the guy down, constantly put pressure and keep a jab in his face. That's why if he jab, he won't jab as much. He has to continue jabbing and working the body.
A tremendous WBC Welterweight Championship fight at Caesars Palace, Las Vegas. This is the city where Mike Tyson will be defending his heavyweight title against Frank Bruno just 3 weeks from tonight.
Oh, get him up, come on, get him up, you guys. Go ahead, time. Hey, watch the head in it. Come on. Get him up.
Honeyghan swinging those wild punches again. Not keeping the punches short at all and allowing Starling to measure him as he comes in. Starling keeping his boxing together. And when he opens up, he looks very dangerous. This has not been a vintage Honeyghan performance yet, by any means. Scheduled for 12 rounds, this is the third.
Punch out. Bang your head in there, punch out.
Honeyghan in his second spell as world champion. Regained the title from Jorge Vaca last year and defended last summer in Atlantic City against Jung Kil Chung of South Korea, and finished it with a punch that was low, and the Korean failed to get up within 5 minutes, so Honeyghan was the winner. Well, Starling has thrown some of his best shots, and Honeyghan's still coming, so maybe we shall get a turn of the tide here eventually. Starling engaged in his 50th professional contest tonight. Honeyghan just trying to blast him apart with sheer non-stop aggression. But so much of his work is being wasted. Another hard, sharp right counter from Starling. Honeyghan now trying to get down to the body, still taking these little right counters to the head. Honeyghan trying to bully him, trying to force the defences apart. How much of it? How's he going to keep this up, Honeyghan? It's only the third. And now Starling is beginning to look flash. He's beginning to taunt Honeyghan, and Honeyghan won't like that. Top of the head, but it staggered him. He caught him with a good right. It was on the top of the head and it hurt.
Punch hard, don't punch bad and
That suddenly was the first real success that Honeyghan had. And as Honeyghan goes back to the corner, he looks very, very tired indeed. But finally got through. Well, it took him 3 rounds, Mike, but he finally got through.
Well, he finally is marked, but for some reason he's punching like he's a little fatigued. I can't imagine, like, the first round he acts like he was a little fatigued and he's coming on. But he has to continue that pressure, you know what I mean? Because he's coming in to the round and it looked like it might be a long fight. But he had to constantly throw that pressure and not stop throwing punches and use the jab.
Do you see any signs that Starling might be weakening?
Yeah, well, he hit him with a good punch, and when he got hit, he brushed it off like nothing happened. Normally when they do that means something did happen.
Right. So how do you feel? Do you feel Honeyghan can pull this out?
Oh, definitely. It's a puncher. A puncher could always push it out.
Okay. Thank you, Mike. Round 4. Honeyghan in the black trunks. 3 very tough rounds for Honeyghan. Well, it's quite clear that Starling has prepared very carefully this one. Incidentally, he's got an amazing reach advantage. Starling, his reach is 74 inches, and Honeyghan's alleged to be only 59.
All right, get him up. Here we go, come on.
Little apology between the two of them there. Low punch from Starling. Well, if they hadn't had much respect for each other before this, I think they have now. You can understand how Honeyghan could become a very, very, in fact, if he isn't already a very, very popular fighter in the States. He's very much American in his approach. All-out ruthlessness. But this is certainly the toughest world title fight he's had so far. Not too much in those punches of Honeyghan now. He's just pushing the arms up. Is Starling tiring? That's the key to this. Because there are definite signs that Lloyd is. Two good punches again from Starling. Hurt Honeyghan again. Still Lloyd comes forward. Almost insane determination to press forward, leaving himself totally exposed to any counter. And again, sharp punches catch Honeyghan to the head, and Honeyghan's quest is beginning to look very, very forlorn indeed. Somehow or other, Honeyghan's got to pull a miracle punch out against a man who's outboxing him. Starling full of confidence, dictating the tactics, letting Honeyghan wear himself out. and providing all the sharp counter punches. Brilliant performance by Starling. And Honeyghan gives him a little tap on the head as they go back. Honeyghan has much to say. Well, I do have respect for it. Here's Mickey Duff.
You've got to be smarter than him. You're lounging, and you're letting him pick you off. Understand? Now, take a deep breath. Listen. Take a deep breath and change your attitude, will you? Change your attitude. Just walk out and make yourself scarce not to get hit. He's making you do all the work. Walk out, make yourself scarce, don't get hit.
Mickey Duff telling Lloyd Honeyghan he's got to change his attitude. It's no good going in absolutely wild. There's got to be a change of tactics, a change of attitude. And Mike Tyson sitting next to me said to me just now, it's no good tapping your opponent on the back when he goes back the corner, you should be hitting him. Round 5. And Honeyghan is a bit slow to come out of that corner. They've been doing so much talking, they haven't got his gum shield back in. And the crowd don't like that. He's got another 5 seconds rest, and so is Starling. I won't say panic in the Honeyghan corner, but a good deal of concern. Now this is the change of attitude. Honeyghan is coming out now to move back and jab. Round 5. And no sooner does he do that than Starling does this. And all the signs are that that cherished world crown of Honeyghan's is slipping from his head. Well, if Honeyghan rescues this, it'll be quite remarkable. Doing better. Suddenly, Honeyghan putting together more accurate punches, jabbing beautifully into Starling's head. The Honeyghan attitude has certainly changed for the better. Starling beginning to clown, that might be a good sign for Honeyghan. You would expect Starling to be getting on with his work, having had so much success, not stand around clowning. But it's typical of the man, it's the sort of thing he does do in fights. This is the best round Honeyghan's had so far. Honeyghan southpaw again. Did that in his previous fight against Chung of South Korea. Starling still very much alive and kicking. And now Honeyghan beginning to clown. He takes 2 on the chin. His gum shield comes out. And the bell has come not a moment too soon for Honeyghan. He started to clown and Starling went straight at him and shot the gum shield straight out of his mouth. There, Mike, there was a change of attitude on Lloyd's part, but he looked bad at the end.
Lloyd is not fighting to win. For some reason, I don't understand it, but he's not fighting to win. And hopefully it doesn't turn out that way, but like I said, I'm a bad judgment of fights when it comes to picking fights.
I can't understand with you. I don't know why he's come out with all that undisciplined aggression.
He doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to fight, like he wants to quit in a way. It looks like he wants to quit. He's allowing him to be hit. And I noticed that he only throws punches at the guy's head when the guy's hands are up. And when a guy hands it down and the guy's vulnerable, right now we should throw the left hook. That's when he should do the left hook like he's been doing in the earlier rounds, and he's not throwing a punch when he sees the opportunity to throw the punch.
Well, Honeyghan finished that last round in some trouble. Jab and move comes the anguish cry from Mickey Duff, his manager. Honeyghan doesn't really know what to do. I think his mind is totally confused now. He doesn't quite know how to handle Starling. Nothing's worked. And he's trying to feel his way into a new attitude, and he can't do it. And Starling senses victory. That's another good right from Starling again and again. Honeyghan has to take these punches. He's being made to suffer. Honeyghan's face now swollen around the eyes. Somehow Lloyd has got to survive these middle rounds, hope that Starling tires, and then try to catch up with him towards the finish. It looks to be the only hope now. If he'd started like that, instead of leaving it till now, it might all have been different. Starling manoeuvring, trying to get Honeyghan into a corner where he can get him again. Honeyghan now turning the cagey boxer. And certainly it's considerably more successful than the undisciplined aggression of earlier on. But the left catches him. And again, the gum shield flies out of Honeyghan's mouth, and it's wound up in the third row of the press seats. And Honeyghan is beginning to look a dejected fighter. And it looks very much as though Starling is going to pull off an upset here. That Starling corner must be very, very pleased with what's happened. Here's Eddie Futch, the trainer.
As long as he's moving, jab, jab, cut him off. Run him in the shot.
Got tape problems here.
Well, Honeyghan came into this fight as a 5-2 favourite. Here's replay from that sixth round. And in every round so far, there's been a nasty shock for Honeyghan, and there was another one. See that gum shield flying out. It wound up in row 3. So, even the retreating tactics have not really worked. Mike Tyson's left us now to go and join somebody else on the other side of the ring. Honeyghan, his 8th World Championship fight, his 35th pro fight, his first pro fight in December 1980 at the Royal Albert Hall. Mike Sullivan went the distance with him that night over 6 rounds, so Sullivan can be proud of that performance, considering what's come since. The gum shield's out of Starling's mouth this time. The referee tosses it to a neutral corner. So this time, Starling, the challenger, is without the gum shield. Starling in white trunks, coming forward all the time, trying to cut Honeyghan off. And Honeyghan not knowing where to go now, not punching, just running. Trying to work behind a jab, but he's running backwards and they're beginning to boo him. What a remarkable turnaround this has been for Honeyghan. He started like a demon, like a man demented, in fact. And now he's trying to turn into a cagey boxer. Nothing seems to work. Honeyghan's gum shield has gone as well now. Neither man has got one in. Round 7 of a hard fight between two men who don't like each other, but maybe grudgingly now beginning to respect each other. Starling says, come forward. Mickey Duff, just to my left here, says, never mind about that, stick to the tactics. Honeyghan making Starling chase, trying to take the strength out of those 30-year-old legs. But will it work? Honeyghan very swollen around the right eye now, the lips are puffed. Neither man has the gum shield in. Oh, he's hurt. Well, it looked to me as though he was hurt, but maybe it was just a slip. In the neutral, in the Starling corner, maybe there was water there. I thought he was hurt for a minute, the way he went down, but apparently not. So now they go to work on that swelling, which is getting worse and worse on Honeyghan's right eye. Using that flat iron to try to iron out the bump.
Lloyd, you're way behind now, you've got to start getting into this fight. You won't get in the fight by letting him walk all over you. You've got to stay your ground and make him miss, but not brawl with him. Make him miss and stick a jab and then try and back him up.
Well, Mickey Duff trying to talk new tactics into Honeyghan.
You're not tired? No, good. Then go
Honeyghan
and
says
work.
he's not tired. Well,
Come on, go and work. All right?
he's a man of extreme resilience if he isn't tired at this stage. It's the 8th. As you heard Mickey Duff say, Honeyghan a long, long way behind. In fact, he's hardly won a round. Maybe one. Starling going for the finish, and he might get it. Honeyghan all over the place. Totally bemused. He's fought one of the worst fights of his life here tonight. Nothing's ever gone right for him from the opening bell. He walked into punches right at the start, and he's walking it. Well, he's not walking into him, he's backing into him now. And Starling's got him trapped there. And he may not let him go now. The gum shield comes out of Honeyghan's mouth, and I think he's going. I think the end is very near for Britain's world welterweight champion. He can't come off the ropes, he doesn't know where to go. The head's beginning to hang, the arms are coming down. He's making a gallant effort to keep this crown. But relentlessly, Starling is knocking it off his head. And still Starling hasn't quite finished him. Honeyghan gets another reprieve. Well, when Starling won the WBA title from Mark Breland, he started slowly and then came strongly at the finish. Here, he started very fast and strong. And now in the 8th, he's still going very, very strongly indeed. Unmarked. Honeyghan very much marked. The right side of his face now beginning to swell, as well as the eye. The cheek's beginning to puff out. He's got some bad trouble, Honeyghan, with his right cheek. Rather reminiscent of something that happened to Muhammad Ali many, many years ago against Joe Frazier. The right side of his face now beginning to puff out, almost as though he may have a broken jaw. There's trouble there. There's concern. They're asking about his jaw. The doctor's come in to have a look. This might be the end.
The bruise, I just squeezed it. The bruise.
That's a bad swelling on the right side of his face, on the cheek.
Open your jaw. Okay.
That's the doctor talking to him now.
You want to go back out there, son?
Yeah.
You ready to fight?
Huh?
Can you go on?
Just the doctor.
Tape on that,
okay.
tape on that left
Your
hand.
jaw's okay?
Tape where it's hanging. Yeah, you're all right.
Honeyghan protesting furiously that his jaw is okay, but it clearly isn't. However, he's not giving the crown up lightly. Now then, how far can he get with this additional handicap? The right side of his face quite grotesquely swollen now. Starling in the white trunks. The man who's come to take the crown and looks like doing just that. Well, these two came into the ring sworn enemies. It's been that sort of fight too. But I don't think there'll be too much enmity at the end of this. Honeyghan's already shown his respect for Starling by patting him on the head, and Honeyghan goes down out of exhaustion and despair, I think, as much as anything. He looks at the timekeeper. He's got enough sense to do that. His nose bleeding, badly hurt. Are you okay, says Mills Lane, the referee. And on he goes again. The 9th, another sucking great right hand from Starling, and one's beginning to hope that this won't go too much further, because Honeyghan is taking too much, and it's stopped quite rightly. And America gets to its feet at Caesar's Palace and acclaims the new champion, Marlon Starling from Hartford, Connecticut. And a well-deserved champion at that. He took command of the fight in the opening round, and he kept it all the way through. There was nothing that the unfortunate Honeyghan could do about it. Right eye swollen, right cheek swelling out, nose not broken, but badly hurt. Honeyghan is a despairing and dejected figure in his corner, and so, in his 8th World Championship fight, Honeyghan loses the title for the 2nd time. He lost it on a technical decision to Jorge Vaca, then got it back, and now he loses it again. These were the closing moments. Honeyghan in hopeless trouble, and I'm not sure he was punched down. I think it was just sheer frustration and exhaustion that finally brought him to his knees. And then another blistering attack from Starling, and Mills Lane, the referee, moved mercifully in and called a halt. Just about at the right time. Honeyghan was taking far, far too much. So, Britain's champion on his knees at Caesar's Palace, the title gone, and all the talk of a unification title fight between Honeyghan and the winner of the Breland-Lee fight, all past history now. It doesn't matter anymore as far as Honeyghan's concerned. Starling is the new WBC welterweight champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 1 minute, 19 seconds of the 9th round. Referee Mills Lane stops the bout. The winner by a TKO and new WBC welterweight champion of the world, Marlon, the Magic Man, Starling.
Lloyd, you feel okay?
I feel fine, Harry, you know. It's just that my face swelled up a little bit at the side, and every time he caught me on it, like the swelling, it felt like someone was cutting me with a knife, you know.
It wasn't your night tonight, was it? It was a bad start.
Yeah, it was a bad start. I got caught early, and I just couldn't get into the fight, Harry. And I wish the guy luck, you know. I just wish he didn't talk so much, but I wish him luck.
The first 5 rounds, I mean, you threw everything in. It was a bit undisciplined. I mean, you were trying ruthlessly to get at him, and he was so well protected.
Yeah, I let my aggression get the better of me, Harry. I wanted to beat the guy so much, and I wasn't thinking tonight, and I let my aggression get the better of me.
But you did change the tactics. You began to go back.
I try, Harry. I try everything, you know. Try to make him make mistakes and then let him pay. But it was too late.
So a little bit of respect for Starling?
As a fighter, yeah, but not as a man, because you don't act like a man, you act like a kid, you know.
I don't want to keep you too long because you're not in a good state, but what's the future now, do you think?
I don't know, Harry. Off my hand right now, I can't really say.
Anyway, bad luck tonight, mate. You put up a terrific fight.
Yeah,
you went down fighting.
Well, you know, it's British, we'll have to give it our own, you know what I mean?
Well, I hope to see you back in the ring anyway. Can I